Hello, pretty people. It is your girl Blake. How are y'all doing? What's the feelings? What's going on? Okay. Listen, y'all. I have been trying to film this video multiple times, and the reason I have not been able to film it is because my phone keeps running out of storage. Literally, y'all, I bought, you know how iCloud gives you like a storage plan? I was on the $10 plan where I would get storage every month. I forgot how many gigabytes it was. Y'all, literally, my phone would not let me film, even though I was paying for storage. So I don't know how that correlates to me not being able to film, but that's why I've not been able to film. So this is my husband's phone again. So it is settled that I'm just gonna have to get a new phone, period. Like, there's nothing that I can do at this point with my phone. I just need a new phone, okay? But guys, I'm so excited for today's video. As y'all can see by the title, today I'm gonna be talking about how I was able to glow up. Now, when I say glow up, we know that glowing up, getting a glow, restoring inner and outer starts in the inner. It starts in the heart. It starts in the mind. It starts what you put into your body. It starts on what are you doing, okay? And then it starts to reflect on the outside. But today we're going to be a little bit more practical in how I was able to glow up, and essentially physically, and how I feel healthier, how I look healthier, how I was able to grow everything about my hair. Hold up, y'all. Okay, y'all, we're back in business. So like I said, I'm just gonna be giving y'all the practical tips on how I was able to feel better about myself, look even better, and be able to just work with what I had naturally and be able to accentuate those things. You ready? Let's go. Okay, ladies, so the first thing that you want to do is get rid of unnecessary stress. Y'all, I was a dance teacher at my church. A dance teacher, this is a part-time job. A part-time dance teacher at a dance studio, while working full-time as a dental assistant. And at one time, I had to choreograph around 8 different dances to 8 different songs for a play. All this at one time, y'all. All this at one time. Let me rewind this so y'all can understand. A dance teacher at my church, so practice every Sunday. Monday, full-time dental assistant. At this time specifically, I remember we were short-staffed for a long time. So we would get off 5:30, 6 o'clock. Tuesday, part-time dance teacher after a full day of work. Wednesday was Bible study. I would go to Bible study. Thursday, I was a Wednesday, full-time dental assistant, then Bible study. Thursday, full-time dental assistant, then dance teacher. Friday, dance teacher. Sometimes when they needed my extra help. Saturdays, sometimes we had a performance on Saturdays, so therefore I was a dance teacher. Y'all. Saturdays also, Fridays at that time is when I would have to go to the theater and then teach choreography. So my weekday, every day, something to do every day. Mind y'all, at this time, I would get sick a lot. Y'all, I would get so sick. I would get sick like every month, y'all. Every month. My immune system was so, I'm sorry if I'm spitting, but my immune system was so stressed and so weak that I would get sick. And I would be like, why am I always getting sick? Like, is it because I'm a dental assistant? Like, ever since I became a dental assistant, I noticed I would get sick back to back to back, y'all. I had bronchitis. Never had that before in my life. I got the flu, never had that before in my life. Had strep throat, never got that before in my life until I started working at this dentist office. So I noticed that my body was just so weak. And now, looking back, it wasn't because I was working at a dentist office. It was because I was under so much stress. Mind y'all, I would get asked to choreograph dance for other people. Other people in my life who knew I could choreograph would ask, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you help me with that? So I had all this tremendous stress going on. And then on top of that, y'all, I meet my husband. At the time, we were talking and courting and dating. I had never been in a relationship in my life. I had talked to dudes. I had went on dates. But I had never been in a relationship where you have to communicate every single day and make time for each other every single day in the midst of this chaos. It was too much stress. And mind y'all, another thing, I did not have an appetite. Y'all, I lost so much weight. I lost so much weight. And I looked good. Listen, I was satisfied with the way that I looked, but the way that I felt was not lining up. Although I felt like I had lost all this weight and I was very skinny, I was very sick, guys. I was so sick. I was not good physically. Even though I looked it, I felt not good. And that doesn't add up. Because when you look good, you should also feel good, okay? So after getting to my relationship with my husband, he was my boyfriend at the time. What I did was I went part-time for my dental assisting job. When I went part-time, y'all, it took away so much stress off of me, y'all. Just by going part-time. Mind y'all, I was living with my parents, so I was able to go part-time. I didn't have no big bills. But that helped tremendously. Like, even my husband, boyfriend at the time, noticed that I wasn't so, like on edge all the time. And so I also went ahead and told the studio that I was working at that, this is going to be my last year. I was already planning on doing that because it was just too much, y'all. So I no longer work at the studio anymore. I also am no longer a dance teacher at my previous church because when I got married, we went to another church. And it was time, y'all. The season was ending for that church. But I no longer am praise dance teacher. I'm no longer a dance teacher at the studio. But I am still a full-time digital assistant. I wish I was part-time, but the Lord is taking it out. But that has helped tremendously with how I feel, y'all. I don't even remember the last time I got sick. I don't remember the last time I got sick, and it's just because I let go of all these titles that I thought I needed to have, just because they kept me busy. So that is tip number 1. Get rid of all of that unnecessary stress. If you got a full-time job, stop doing all that part-time work. You need to talk to somebody. Maybe you need to go live with your parents. Like, girl, do you really need to be working that much? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to buy more stuff? Like, baby, if you got a place to be at home safe, like, just stay with your folks. It's really not worth it. Next thing that I have is I was able to lose weight. Now, we go back to a lot of the reason why I was losing weight, because I had no appetite because I was so stressed and didn't realize I was like in anxiety, stress mode 24/7. But once I let all those things go, I've still been able to maintain a healthy weight. Now, I think at my most unhealthiest, I remember being 178. 178, y'all. In that picture I showed y'all, I think I was around 177, 178. That's in the thumbnail. I'm currently able to balance between 155 and 60 now. Okay? So I think that's what I usually stay around, 155 to 160. And that's like, mind you, y'all, when I was sick, I was at, like, when I got, very, very sick, when I had to go to the doctor, I was at 145. But healthy, if I'm doing good, if I'm, eating well, it's 155 where I'm the most healthiest, and I feel the most healthiest at. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm balancing now. I would say the first thing is, like I said, I am a dental assistant. And if y'all don't know what a dental assistant does, they're moving 20 all hours of the day. The only time you're sitting is when the doctor's sitting. That's the only time, babes. So you're literally ripping and running and ripping, especially if you work for a commercial dentist office. It's very different. I've never worked in a private dentist office, so I don't know the pace, but I know for commercial, you get so many patients. So you're not sitting down a lot. Unless you're doing a cleaning. When I'm doing a cleaning, I'm sitting. Or when I'm with the doctor in the room is when I'm sitting down. But most of the time, you're standing. And so I'm able to get around 10K steps a day just from work. Literally, walking 8 hours a day, you get your steps in. And then sometimes I will come home and get in a 30-minute walk. So, you know, I would get my steps in. So that's a way that I've been able to lose weight. Get a job where you walk all day. Get a job where you walk all day. And let that be your job. Don't get all these multiple jobs to what? Pay for what? Stuff? And risk your health? Like, it's not worth it. To overconsume? What are we doing? But this I would say is, yeah, get a full-time job where you're walking around a lot of the time and you'll get most of your steps in. The next tip I have for you guys is to get a good makeup routine. Okay? Get a natural makeup routine that enhances what you have. So the things that you can start off with if you're not good at makeup, like me, I had to start off. I think the best thing to start off with is mascara, of course. It's literally just, you put on your eyelashes. Mascara, start with some mascara. Okay, just some mascara if you want to get into that. Then I would say find a concealer. Now, once you start getting into the concealers, the foundations, stuff like that, be careful because you want to find the right color. Do your research, y'all. It's not hard. It's too many places to go. If you guys want me to do a makeup tip video, beginner's makeup routine, please let me know and I will do that for you, okay? But start off with something simple. Mascara, concealer, lip gloss, okay? Then you want to go to the brows. Now, the brows are important because you can easily be brow blind. You can easily have brow blindness. So be careful when you start with the brows because I'll show y'all in the video, but you've seen it before, like the little NYX brow pencil. It's easy to control. I have not tried that little putty when you put the brush in that little petri looking dish thing, and then I'm not good at that. I use that stick because you can control how much is on there. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with eyebrows. But eyebrows, and I always put a little bit of blush on. That's it. I use foundation when I want to. Again, be careful with that. Make sure your foundation looks good. Ask people who you know you're going to tell the truth. Ask your mother, your brother, your daddy, your sister, your man. Make sure you ask somebody who's not afraid to say the truth, okay, with that foundation. But very natural. Enhance your beauty. I used to be scared of makeup because I thought that you had to know how to do it if you were going to wear it. I thought that you had to have a full-on face when you wore it. No, just enhance what you already have. It's not putting a mask on. It's accentuating your natural features. So make sure we're not mixing that up, okay? I did not, as you can see, let me try to think. With concealer, as you can see, I have some acne scarring. I have some things going on. I didn't pack that concealer on and pack that concealer on and pack foundation on. You can tell I got some skin, I need some skin healing in those certain areas, but it's enhanced to where you can tell, but it's just, it's calmed down. Now, me with all this makeup, you'll be a little scared, but you can tell it's there, but it's like, it's demure, okay? That's what we're trying to be, just demure, natural, and just putting a little something on, just presenting yourself a certain way, okay? And the last tip that I have for you guys today is embracing your natural hair. Embracing your natural hair. I remember as a little girl being so frustrated with my hair texture. Without locks, y'all, I have 4C natural hair. The thick afro that shrinks so it looks short. And it was very difficult for me to understand that and process that as a little girl when my sister had a totally different texture than me. My sister has beautiful, thick, long hair that grows so fast. Okay? And she has a different texture than me. So growing up with a sister who had a different texture than me, a mama who kept perms with her pretty hair, and just comparing myself to the other girls around me who would have braids in and so and so. Now, my mama did let me get box braids, and she would do my hair in really pretty crochets and really pretty styles with natural looking hair, which I am so grateful for. But I just remember struggling with my hair so much because I just didn't understand it. I just didn't understand it. But my mother helped me to embrace it when she told me that she was not going to allow me to wear wigs. She was not going to allow me to wear sew-ins because all the girls were doing it in my grade. She was like, no, you're not doing that, baby. We're not doing that over here because you have beautiful hair and we're going to work with what you have. And I think that helped me so much as a grown woman love my natural hair. This is all me, y'all. Locks. I found a way to embrace my natural hair. Okay? We do not need all these wigs and these weaves, y'all. Embrace what you have naturally. Now, I do occasionally like to add some hair to my locks, where I would, if I want a little bit more length, I'll do some box braids. I will. Or I'll just add some extra hair to my lock length just for volume. But it looks natural. If you want to try different hairstyles with added in hair, make sure it look like your hair. Like, why do you have a 30-inch bust down in your head? At 16 years old, 17 years old, even the grown women, like, what are we doing? What's really priority here? A 30-inch bust down? Some black women got hair like that, but it's like, let's be for real. Like, it'd be 30-inch blonde bust downs, green hair, pink hair, orange. Like, y'all, we're not clowns. We're not crayons in a crayon box. Y'all, I'm saying it. Like, I don't care. We look crazy. Black women look crazy with all those wig colors. We look crazy. If no one's ever said it to you, it's not cute. Unless it's Halloween. Unless you're an artist. You know, showing your art and the way you painted yourself, your wig needs to look like that. Or unless you're in a movie, take that junk off. Take it off. Okay? So, let me calm down. Embrace your natural hair. If you want to wear an afro, get some curly clip-in afro that's your texture. Why are you trying to make your hair do something that it ain't finna do? That's what I would tell my younger self. Blake, your hair is not mixed girl hair. So no, it's not going to look mixed, babes. It don't matter how much product you put in it. It's not going to look mixed because you're not mixed. Okay? We need to have that talk with the young black girls. Like, your hair is beautiful. Stop getting braids every month. Cut that damage off and learn how to love your hair. Find natural hairstyles. Mini twist, y'all. Mini twists. That's how I started my locks, because I would wear mini twists. And then I ended up starting locks. Mini twists. Twists. Perm rod sets. Braid outs. Twist outs. Wearing it just natural. Shrunken up. Moisturized and healthy. Come on now, ladies. We got this. I'm tired of seeing all this weave. Like I said, if you're going to add some hair in, it needs to look like your hair. And I'm going to be doing a style soon with some natural looking hair, and just help y'all understand what I'm talking about. But y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. That concludes the video for today on how I was able to glow up internally and how that was able to look, be seen physically. I feel a lot better, and I still have a long way to go. I still have a lot to learn myself. And yes, if you want anything else, any other tips, remember, I can do that makeup video. I'm going to do my hair soon to show you guys what I like to do with my hair. When I get a little bored, I want to play with a little bit. Natural styles that still look pretty and natural. That ain't weird and all that other junk. It's weird, y'all, I'm telling you. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a beautiful, glorious day. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I'm trying to think of anything else. No. I haven't seen you in a minute, so bear with me as we fix my phone. I'm telling y'all, when I get a new phone, you hear me? When I get a new phone, it's gonna be on with this YouTube. Okay. Thank y'all for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Please feel free to use any of these tips. Let go of all that work. Walk and exercise. Find you a job that where you can walk at. Embrace your natural hair. Embrace your natural features with makeup. That's it. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.